Good to go.
Thank you, sir, very much. We're good on that end? Thank you, Ryan. Well, welcome everybody and wish you all a good morning. This is the regular meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. Today is Tuesday, November 18 of 2025. A couple of housekeeping items. We'll note that the meeting is being live streamed and recorded. Also, if you have your cell phone with you, if you'd be kind enough to put it on vibrate or silent, we'd appreciate your doing that. We always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. And Mr. Vanasco, would you lead us in the pledge today?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you please remain standing? We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you. Ryan, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Sanado,
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Here.
Commissioner Vogler.
Here. So we have all three commissioners present, which means we have a quorum, which means we can proceed. We always have time during our meeting, both at the beginning and then prior to adjournment for public comment. And we welcome your comments. We ask that they be related to county government matters. And you're welcome to speak both times or one of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's also fine. If you do wish to speak, we respectfully ask you try to limit your time to about 5 minutes if you could, please. Next on the agenda would be row officer reports. We always set aside time for any of our row officers who might be attending for anything that they'd like to talk about. None of them are here today. So that takes us to public comment. I'll open the floor to see if anybody has commented this time. Hearing none, thank you. We'll do this before we adjourn as well. In our packet, and if Debbie is watching from the Newcastle News, Debbie, I'll have your packet for you. First on the agenda from fiscal and contractual would be warrant registers. There are two of them. These are from the county controller's office. They are dated November 10 and November 13, and they're a listing of all the checks that have been cut by the controller's office during those days. Noted on this one in particular, this happens twice a year, but we've paid all of our election workers who worked polling places during the most recent election, and we also sent rent checks to those facilities that are kind enough to allow us the use of their facilities for purposes of voting on election day. But I'll give Dan and Chris whatever time they need to look these documents over, and gentlemen, whenever you're ready, I could accept the motion for us to accept these documents.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion. Thank you, gentlemen. Any questions?
No, we've got a lot of people we've got to thank for going out and doing their job at the voters' precincts. There's a whole list of them.
Yes. And we couldn't do without them.
No, we
Right.
couldn't.
Thank you, Dan, for that note. Any other concerns on the warrant registers? If not, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanado,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The minutes of the November 12 meeting are also in our packet. Chris and Dan, take the time you need to look them over, and whenever you're ready, I would be glad to accept a motion for us to adopt the minutes.
I move we adopt the minutes.
I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Any questions or concerns about the minutes? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanado,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Under written communications, we've received one document. This is from American Transmission Systems, Inc., which is a First Energy company based out of Weirton, West Virginia, giving the county notification that they have applied to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection's Clean Water Bureau regarding a project in Washington Township that involves the installation of approximately a quarter of a mile tap line from the proposed Volant substation to an existing transmission line within a proposed 60-foot right-of-way located in the township of Washington here in Lawrence County. The project area is 2.2 acres, and the surface water area that would receive stormwater discharge would be a tributary to the Otter Run. This is the only piece of written communication that we received this week. Dan or Chris, any questions or concerns? And I have a motion then for us to accept this document.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Commissioner reports and comments. Mr. Sonata, you get to go first today.
All right, thank you, Chairman. I think last week was a very busy week for all of us up here. Had an opportunity to join with Commissioner Kennedy at the Forward Lawrence annual economic meeting, or dinner meeting, or we want to call it a reception, that was held at the Cathedral. I'm sure Commissioner Kennedy will expand a little bit on that, but it was a very nice event. It was nice to see people from actually not just Lawrence County. I commented to Commissioner Vogler this morning. There's people from Pittsburgh and all over that actually came to that event. And it was very positive. I know that panel discussion, they did a nice job talking about what's the growth that's starting to happen here in Lawrence County. So just happy to see that, see everyone there, and a very positive light. And the second thing we did, myself as well with Commissioner Kennedy, which was set up by Chairman Vogler, because he's very familiar with this, was the Camp Allegheny, part of the Salvation Army. We got a very nice tour of that last Friday. And it's a hidden gem in Lawrence County. I'll be honest, I didn't know it was there till Chairman Vogler mentioned it to me. It's in Wayne Township. A lot of potential there, and the number of activities that happen for all Western Pennsylvania with the children. And they do a really nice job. And I know in the spring they're talking about doing a big open house, getting the word out in the community that it's down there. It's just very impressive facility. And just, I can't speak highly enough. You can actually hold weddings there. There's, for the kids, right along the river, the Slippery Rock River. Just a very, very beautiful facility. And finally, I just like to shout out to the Laurel football team. They're the last team here in the state, right, in Lawrence County that's competing. We've had some great teams with Newcastle and Wilmington and everybody. But Laurel's the last team, and I know Mr. Cooper. He teaches at Shenango. I used to go visit his classes. He's a first-class gentleman. He has really instilled a lot into those students, and we wish them the very best as they compete for a championship. And I know we have Mr. Vanasco, a former Laurel student. Joe, you competed back there at the last championship, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I had leather helmets.
Is that why your head's supposed to wear a little bit?
That's why I'm as smart as I am today.
Now we wish Laurel the very best, and hopefully they can bring a championship back to Lawrence County. Just a little history on Laurel. Back in the day, when Union graduate, and they always battled with Laurel in football. Back then, I think it was Coach Miles. He was a big winning coach back in the day, and I remember it was 1975 when I was a sophomore. They both tied. They were co-champions that year. So Laurel has a great history of football. So that's all I have.
Chris, thank you very much. Looks like I'm up next. Yeah, I felt very bad. I was very much hoping to go on that tour of the Salvation Army camp down in Wayne Township, Camp Allegheny. And the previous day, I got my annual COVID shot. Boy, did it knock me for a loop. I couldn't come to work. Well, I did come to work Friday morning for about an hour, and then I had to go home. And And I really hated to miss it, but I'd been there before, but I'm so glad you gentlemen went. And, we thank the folks down there for hosting commissioners. It sits, as Chris noted, it's right along the Slippery Rock Creek, beautiful setting. It's in Wayne Township, it borders Perry Township, but wonderful, wonderful facility. Just a couple housekeeping items. If you're wondering why the flag is still at half-mast, that's based on federal guidelines. Weeks ago, former Vice President Richard Cheney passed away. And the rule is that you keep the flag at half-mast until his interment, which will be Thursday. So Friday morning, we'll be able to put the flag back up at full staff. So if you've been wondering why, that's our understanding. And I'll make note right now, and later in the meeting, just want a couple schedule items I want to note. A couple of them are not on the list, but the three of us will not be meeting next Tuesday as we normally would, because it coincides with the fall conference of the State County Commissioners Association down in Dauphin County. So there will not be a commissioners meeting next Tuesday, the 25th of November. We will meet 2 weeks from today, Tuesday, December 2, at 10 o'clock in this room, open to the public. Tomorrow at noon, the monthly meeting of the prison board, 7-member board, of which we are part, will hold, that meeting will be held at noon, open to the public in this room. Commissioner Sanada chairs that board. Also and this is not on your printed agenda, but on Friday of this week, we serve as the Board of Elections, and we're currently in recess, but we will convene on Friday at 1 o'clock in this room, the 21st of November. It's open to the public, at which time we'll get a report from Mr. Germaini, and we will certify the election results. And then finally, it's not on the printed agenda, but the courthouse will be closed next Thursday and Friday, November 27 and 28, in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. And as Mr. Sanada said, we wish the Laurel Spartans continued success. It's a big game, and we wish them all the best. Mr. Kennedy.
I only got one thing to say about that. You know, Coach Cooper's a Wilmington graduate, just to let you guys know. So, good luck to Laurel Spartans. Back in years that I was there, that was a rival with my high school in Shannon. It was always fun. But, many friends out of Laurel, so good luck to them. The other thing is Chris brought up the reception for Forward Lawrence on Thursday night. Diane Richardson, acting chairperson down right now, did a fantastic job along with Lindsay, Mary, Paul, and of course Max. He got up and he did a very good job. So proud of them guys for what they're doing right now and keeping everything running down there. So couldn't be happier. The other thing is Camp Allegheny. I never, all these years I've lived here, never been there, didn't even know it existed. Come over the hill to go there, and I thought anywhere around McConnell's Mills, I'd hiked that for years when I was a kid. I never went that far down the road, and boy, it's just unbelievable when you go over the hill and see how big that camp is, and learn what they do there. Two gentlemen that took us on a tour did a very nice job. Hopefully, we get to go back in the spring. They have an open house. We'll take you with us this time, John.
Like that.
That's all.
Thank you. Which reminds me, speaking of things in Wayne Township, another place we might want to see if we can tour someday is the Orthodox Monastery off of Route 488. It's a beautiful facility, and it overlooks the Slippery Rock Creek Valley. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can get an opportunity to go down there and visit the nuns at the monastery. It's worth the trip. Thank you again, gentlemen. Moving on to new business, Rebecca Schaefer is with us from the planning office, and she has Ms. Brand with her today. Welcome to both of you. What number do we give this one?
374.
This is resolution 374, and this involves an application that Arise wishes to put forward to the Commonwealth. And I'm going to let the two of you fill us in on the specifics. And could you enter your name for the record, please?
Yes, it's Erin Brand, Director of Residential Services at Arise.
Thank you, Erin. And we know who Rebecca is, Rebecca Schaefer. She's here quite often, but we appreciate your coming today, Erin. And could you fill us in on what this involves?
Sure, I'd be happy to. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for giving us the opportunity to come and share with all of you what we hope to do at Arise. So, as you all know, Arise is a comprehensive victim service provider to individuals within our county and also within Western Pennsylvania that have been affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and other crimes. We do that in so many different ways. We see probably almost close to 1,000 individuals each year within our services. And they all kind of tie into the branch of homeless prevention. So I oversee our residential program at Arise, and we have a 40-bed shelter. And we also have some thriving rental assistance programs that really kind of came onto the forefront around 2017. And they have grown by leaps and bounds. We are recognized within the Western PA Continuum of Care with HUD as a Tier 1 program, which is whenever they go to allocate funding sources through HUD, they look for programs that hold that status within a Tier 1, and we have that. We do homeless prevention to help assist these individuals get back on their feet. We do that in our emergency shelter, which is a 40-bed shelter. We run at capacity at all times. Last year, the numbers show that in homeless prevention, this number is actually off. Because we're putting the grant together to submit on Thursday. We're applying for FAIR funds throughout the county, and we serve approximately about 283 survivors last year in homeless prevention. And so what we are requesting is we are hoping that the county would be able to help intercede on our behalf to apply for realty transfer tax with National Housing Trust Fund sources. This is through the FAIR application. I believe the county is already soliciting FAIR funds for Marcellus Shale, but we are looking in the area of homeless prevention funds with realty transfer taxes. So what we're hoping to do with those funds is we're hoping to use it in our homeless prevention services. So we plan to use it as a flex fund to help survivors when they enter into our situation and they enter into our shelter. Oftentimes they don't have things like replacement of items. They may have utilities in the rear. They may need help with case management services to help secure unnecessary documents and other necessary things that they would need to transition into a housing situation. We're also looking to apply for these funds as well as the fact that the shelter has a lot of wear and tear. We just did a safety assessment back in October, and in that safety assessment, it was noted that the lighting at the shelter is just not adequate for safety reasons. So we're hoping to use a little bit of the funding to help within the lighting aspect so that it's safe for the families that are staying there. Some of the other things that we're looking for is we would also like to use the funds to help in that case management to bridge the gap. Our emergency shelter and our rapid rehousing programs work in tandem. So most of the families that come into shelter and need to transition into housing, we transition them into our rapid rehousing, permanent supportive housing, and also transitional housing programs. So we're just kind of looking for a little bit of backup in that area. We do receive federal dollars and pass-through grants, and we're very blessed in that aspect. But as we all know, with the new administration and with the way things are going, HUD funds will change just as everyone else, and we're looking to find something that'll be able to help sustain us. It's 18 months for the funds. We also hope to bring on another staff member as well. Within the case management and shelter advocacy. So that's what I'm looking for.
Well, Aaron, thank you very much for all of those details. Very, very helpful to know all of that. I do want to enter into the record the fact that Aaron referenced FAIR, which stands for Pennsylvania Housing Affordability and Rehabilitation Fund. And as she noted, ARISE is focusing on the Realty Transfer Tax and National Housing Trust Fund, whereas the planning office, as noted, has applied, but the planning office is going after different funds under that umbrella. So
Correct.
Rebecca, do you maybe want to clarify what
Yes,
we're doing
it's-
at the planning level?
We apply for the Marcellus Shell portion of it. And we've been very successful in the past. So I don't, like Erin had said before, that it is competitive, but we're going after two different pots of money. So, and there's no county dollars matching or anything on this. So that's always a good thing. So we're here as sort of a pass-through. If it gets awarded, it'll pass through us and we would sign all the documents. But it's a good project, it's an exceptional project.
And again, thank you both. So aside from us approving the resolution, which the commissioners agree to apply for these funds on behalf of ARISE, do I have that correct? Okay,
Yes.
so that's what we're doing today. I think I heard you say you need to have this in by Thursday.
This is correct.
So do you need any signatures between now and Thursday?
I believe it's just this. This is
Okay.
just the resolution.
resolution,
She
that will
has to-
suffice?
that-
Well, we'll get that done today then,
Yes.
assuming this passes. So I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Kennedy to see
Sure.
what questions he might have.
Nothing, I don't have any problem with that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Mr. Sonata?
I'll just echo my two colleagues. Aaron, you made a very thorough presentation. We appreciate your information and we appreciate what you and staff at ARISE do. I think it's a very important organization. I wish you didn't exist.
Yes, this
I
is
know.
true.
I say that, I've been saying that for
Yeah.
30+ years because you exist because of the domestic violence and things that happen to our
Yes.
women and men
Yes,
throughout the community.
yeah,
The services that you do provide there are so critical
thank you.
for our community. And I know I've dealt with your staff for many, many years. And I know when you come up here for the rally, it was very impressive. And,
Thank you.
you had, 283 survivors last year or this year?
Yes, through homeless prevention funding. So in residential services, as I'm saying, that doesn't encompass all of the comprehensive work that we do. I can give you just two more stats just because I'm very proud of the work that our agency does. 14 to 15% of homeless population within Lawrence County identified, unfortunately, as survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and other crimes. So within the gaps analysis, if you took a projection of homelessness throughout our county, that is where our victim services is needed to help reestablish homes for families. And the other stat, unfortunately, is we've also seen a 35% increase in our services, especially within our therapeutic services on sexual assault offenses, which is not something that we're happy about. But what we take pride in is the fact that we're able to support the healing of the individuals that have been impacted by that trauma.
Okay, I just want to thank you. One last question while you're here. What about the animals?
Yes.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. So I can say that we work with a couple of kennel providers. One is a program called Red Rover. So if we have an individual that comes in that has to separated from their animal, we're able to contact them to see if they would house the animal while they're in the process of finding housing. So, and there is some federal grants that we considered to go after through OVW last year. But the turnaround on that was just very quick. We wouldn't have been able to do it. But we do know that that is something that exists, and it is a gap in our services that we foresee enhancing over time.
I think it's a great idea, because I know there's some people who leave because of their animal, I mean, because they're worried about their animal, that's part of their family. So, all right, I have no issues, I'm be happy to support the game.
Thank you, Chris. Gentlemen, you've heard the report from both Aaron and Rebecca. This is Resolution 374, which would allow them to proceed. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
I'm sorry, I was voting for you. Well, we were thinking of one.
You get back and you're ready to jump right in.
My apologies. Thank goodness we were both voting yes. I'll vote
Motion
yes.
carries.
I'm sorry, Dan. Thank you both, ladies. How would we want, can we do this? Can we sign it now? Or do you?
I have it signed and right now that we voted, and if Becky can make a copy for herself.
That'll be sufficient. If you need anything
I
else,
know.
let
I'll
us
be right
know.
Yeah, but we need to sign it at all.
They just need, I believe, the resolution.
Just the resolution, yes.
Aaron, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but if you have to head back to work, we understand.
I may, I'll wait and I'll listen a little bit and then quietly talk out, okay? Thank you for
We've
your
been
time.
known to put people to sleep.
Thank you for your time, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your commitment. I neglected, while we're waiting on Rebecca, I neglected to mention that after this meeting, we'll adjourn, and then about 5 minutes later, we will convene as the retirement board for our quarterly public meeting of that board, and that will consist of the three of us, Controller Presta Pine and Treasurer Rapone. So you're welcome to stay if you wish to attend the retirement board. Got everything you need, Rebecca? Everything's okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes, we're
great.
good. Perfect.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank
And again, you're both welcome to stay, but if you have to leave, we understand. Thank you. Scott Baldwin is here, our Director of Mental Health and Developmental Services. Good morning.
Morning.
Hope you're feeling better.
Feeling well.
Good. Good to hear. Me too. I had a rough week last
Everybody's got a
week.
little something, I think,
Yeah.
right now, so.
On your home front, you had a few people under the weather, but glad you're doing better.
Thank you.
This is Resolution 375. It's a contract with Therapeutic Early Intervention Services. And as you give us the background, the one thing I would ask is their location. But go ahead,
Yeah,
Scott.
they're located in Pittsburgh and Allegheny County, and this is an early intervention provider, and times when we get referrals and we don't want families to wait, we need to reach out and get a new provider, and this is what this is. So we're looking to enter into a contract with Therapeutic Intervention Services starting July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. There is no budget with these, as we are reimbursed as it's a no rejection type of service, so there's no dollars attached to it. The state reimburses us fully for these. And again, they do a variety of testing for hearing, vision, speech, everything for an early intervention referral.
Is this a new or a renewal contract?
This is a new
A
one.
new one,
Yeah, new
okay.
contract, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do they come pretty well recommended?
Yeah, there's several out there that we haven't used, so, but when you get a referral and there's no one to see them, then you find one. And that's what Heather does in our office. She does it really well. So.
Thank you for that. Mr. Sanada, questions for Mr. Baldwin? No. How about you, Dan? No. Okay. Well, gentlemen, this is Resolution 375. Would one of you care to make a motion for its approval?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. If there are no other questions, we'll have Ryan call the roll.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Scott, thank you much. And as we said to the ladies, you're welcome to stick around, but if you have to head back, we understand.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, Scott. Under the commissioner's responsibility, we have proposed resolution 376, which is an amending an agreement with Staples Business Advantage. And Joe, I hope you're able to fill us in on this.
I can. It's basically renewing our contract with Staples. Staples is our primary office supply company that we use throughout the courthouse with all of our departments. What Staples Advantage brings to the table is a quicker delivery turnaround time. They have an account management program as well as some fiscal oversight. So what we actually can do with this is put in the budgeted amount, and it will not allow our departments to exceed the budgeted amount. You know, you'd have to make a transfer and go into their system and change it, but it would reject if somebody said there's $2,000 and that department had spent 25, it would reject it for us before it gets through the process and it's paid, and we're trying to find out where the money is.
You know, and thanks for that information. I was looking on the document and didn't realize that we actually initiated this agreement with Staples back in 2006. And I remember when your predecessor, Mr. Gagliano, and he was pretty new at the time, he brought this to the Board of Commissioners, and at the time, Staples had a sales room out in Union Township, which unfortunately is no longer there. But this has been a cost savings for the county. Do you feel that way?
It has, and there's a convenience factor on top of it, especially when you get into some of our departments, such as just going through the elections. If they realize they need something or running short on Monday and they need to get by Tuesday morning, it can happen with Staples, where a lot of other places there's a line.
Good, thank you for that. Dan, do you have questions for Joe? Okay, Chris?
No.
Gentlemen, this is resolution 376 that Mr. Vanasco has asked us to consider. Does one of you wish to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution.
And I'll second.
If there are no other concerns, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next resolution, I'm noticing on here, Ryan, it does say resolution 361, which kind of puts us out of order.
Oh.
Should-
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
just
change it on the paper for the resolution.
Oh, so we should scratch 2024-361, make it 2025 377?
Yes,
Okay,
and then I will correct that later.
okay. Thank you. So gentlemen, if you'll make note of that fact, this is proposed resolution 2025-377. Every county has a conservation district, including Lawrence County, and one of the stipulations is that one county commissioner is required to serve on their board of directors. I've been doing that now for probably 8 years. I took Steve Craig's place. He had been the county's representative. But we have to make an appointment each year, and what this resolution would do, it would reappoint myself to the Conservation Board for 1 year, so my term would expire 1 year from now. I'm willing to do this for 1 more year. And as I've mentioned quite often, I do plan to retire as commissioner at the end of 27. So my thinking is that maybe a year from now, I don't know, Dan, you may have an interest in serving, and maybe that would be an appropriate time to put another commissioner on the Conservation Board. I've had a good run on that board and think highly of the staff and highly of the other board members, but since I'm going to be wrapping it up, maybe I'll do it 1 more year and then we can address it a year from now. I'm willing to serve at least 1 more year. So this is resolution 377. Chris, any questions?
No, Chairman, I think you've done a fine job on that board, and we'll be happy to have you serve another year.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. And Mr. Kennedy, any comments?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, thank you. This is Resolution 377. Could I please have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second the motion.
And again, I would reappoint myself to the Conservation Board for one more year. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
I'll abstain.
Motion carries.
Does carry 2-0 with one abstention. Thank you, gentlemen. Under a budget amendment matter, which would be Resolution 378, it looks as though the District Attorney's Office has received some unbudgeted revenue from the Drug Enforcement Agency Task Force Office. I hope I have that right. And it looks as though they received $9,000 in unbudgeted revenue, and they are asking us to apply those dollars as follows. 7,000 of the 9,000 would go into the district attorney's overtime budget line item, and $2,000 would go into the district attorney's vehicle expense line item. Did I get that right,
That's
Mr.
correct.
Vanasco? Thank you, and I'll see if Mr. Kennedy has questions. Thank you. Mr. Sonata, any questions? No. Okay, thank you. May I have a motion for Resolution 378?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now, on the printed agenda under 6A, 6A states recycling from contingency. However, there is no, we're going to scratch that. There is no resolution to that effect. So please scratch 6A. However, 6B would be a request for transfer from the planning office. They are asking for $1,000 from their contingency into that of their lease access line item. To your knowledge, would this be for the mine storage, or do you think it might be something else?
I think it's for the mines.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep going, but Chris and Dan, stop me if you have questions. The sheriff's office is asking for a total transfer of $11,000. It's all coming out of their office minor line item, and it's being split out as follows. $2,500 goes towards their uniform line item. $7,000 goes into their vehicle expense line item, and $1,500 would go towards their materials and supplies. So what we have in front of us are two requests from two departments, planning and the sheriff. Before I take a motion, any questions, Chris? Dan, any questions?
No.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve these requests?
I'll make a motion. We approve the request.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And I'll go over this very, very quickly. The commissioners do not meet next Tuesday. We will be in Dauphin County for the State County Commissioners Fall Conference. The prison board will meet tomorrow, the 19th of November at noon, open to the public in this room. The commissioners will meet again 2 weeks from today, Tuesday, December 2 at 10 a.m. in this room, open to the public. We will have an election board meeting open to the public on Friday, November 21 at 1 p.m. in this room, and the courthouse will be closed next Thursday and Friday, November 27 and 28, in honor of Thanksgiving holiday. Public comment, we have one gentleman with us. Mr. Bish, how are you?
Excellent. Yourself?
Thank you, good, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Anything you need to talk about?
Nope, just here to observe.
We appreciate that very much. And as we noted, the retirement board will be meeting here shortly. It's open to the public. You're very welcome to stay. We discussed the county's pension plan, but if you have to move along, we understand. Closing comments from my fellow commissioners. Mr. Sonata. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kennedy.
None.
Thank you. Ryan, Joe, anything that we need to?
No, if I could just make one quick announcement. The December 2nd opioid advisory board public meeting will be canceled
Oh,
for
okay.
for December. We'll be back the first Tuesday of January.
We thank
Wow,
you. We thank you for noting that.
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay, if there are no other matters for us to consider, could I please have an adjournment motion?
I'll make a motion. We adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, the same sign. Oh, I didn't say motion carried, did I? May I make one more comment? We took a vote, but I didn't declare it carried. I think we need to point out that, and I meant to do this earlier, so forgive me. But as you know, the voters elected 3 new judges who will take office in early January. They'll be sworn in on the first Monday of January. Attorney Bill Flannery, Attorney Larry Keith, and Attorney Brad Olson. We congratulate them. Attorney Keith, as many of you know, has been serving as the county's public defender. And obviously he can't hold both positions, so it's our understanding that upon being sworn in as judge, he will relinquish his position as public defender. The way the county code reads, it is the responsibility of the Board of Commissioners in a 5th-class county to hire the public defender. What we have done, and it was done yesterday, I believe, a memo went out to all members of the Lawrence County Bar Association noting that this opening will be occurring and that any attorney who wishes to apply for that position may do so. Did we establish a deadline? I thought we did.
It's the 1st of December.
1st of December. Thanks, Joe. And we will accept resumes and letters of intent from attorneys between now and December 1, and at that point, we'll see how many we get. We'll review them. More than likely, we will be interviewing people. And our hope is that by mid-December, to take formal action to hire someone so that that allows for the transition to carry itself out, and there won't be a gap in service. It's interesting that the county code gives us the oversight of the public defender's office because we're not attorneys. And even if we were, there's a great deal of independence on the role of the public defender. Where our oversight falls into play is primarily for budgetary reasons, for the expense and income of the Office of Public Defender. We've been very blessed with the leadership of Mr. Keith, and he's leaving a big pair of shoes to fill. Hopefully we'll find someone who's capable of either in full or at least in part filling those shoes. Now, having opened that up, Mr. Kennedy, any comments? Okay, thank you. Mr. Sonata? Okay, thank you. So I was able to catch that before I declared the meeting adjourned. It has been voted to adjourn the meeting, and I will now declare the meeting is adjourned. Thank you. And we'll reconvene in about 5 minutes. I'm going to run upstairs, and I'll get Mr. Rapone, if somebody wouldn't mind getting Mr. Frestapone.
We'll disconnect and then have them come down and reconnect for the next meeting.
Thank you very much. Oh, Sarah just walked in. She just walked in. Good timing. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Well, you